Duff is mostly known for his battle mode displays. I think he's double world champion in battle mode. He is a decent racer as well, with tons of online experience. And I think he has beaten me in online race tournaments before. Though without trying to sound cocky, I did consider myself in a favorable position, having won the group. And he came third in his group. That's why we have to face each other. He didn't have a very good start. He's getting random greens. And wow, okay. I mean, he was obviously throwing those greens in the hope that it would randomly, one of them would randomly hit me. And the tactics seem to have paid off. I could have done a better job at anticipating the random green pattern, and definitely could have done a better job at the reaction to try and dodge it at the final moment. That said, I still managed to win because Drew hit some CPU characters after. That makes it a 1-0. Let's see if I can edit that stuff. So it looks like we had the wrong latency selected. Oops. So latency just increases the delay between input and what you get shown on screen. If both players have a longer latency, it probably means that the difference between hosting and joining is more equal. But the default thing is just to play on the lowest latency possible. I see Drew dropped a boost there, which already means that if he now gets a red shell, I'm out of his range. Neither of us are trying the NBT heavy boosts, like the boost after the bridge. It's very tricky online. It's not worth it. The last corner one you can pretty much charge completely non-NBT. Hello Lizzie. Koopa Troopa. I think he's 8, isn't he? Or something. Oh wow, I almost hit that green. I think I sort of payloaded it with my own green. Anyway, safe lead. Bit of a risky final corner boost there. So as I was saying, that final corner boost is completely non-MBT almost, which is why it's quite possible to get it even online. Yeah, he can still do this. So it's 2-0. Let's see what happens on Ghost Valley 1. He misses the zoom start and I don't, so that doesn't bode well for him. Ghost Valley 1. And a lot of Grand Prix actually is decided by zoom starts already. I mean, if one of them misses and the other doesn't. Oh, but that changes things. True, gets the lightning. He's still almost a full lap behind, so it will be interesting to see if he can catch me after the lightning. Decided to use it right now. It's such an overpowered item. Still driving super slow. It looks like he will catch me. I did grow back now, just in time maybe. Ah, nice. Wow. even that green that hit myself. Yeah, I wasn't fully recovered yet in terms of speed, so he cruised past me and dropped a banana in my face. Well played though. And it's a 2-1. Sorry about the fact that there's no game audio. I guess I messed up the recording in the terms of audio. So for those of you that are used to watch me play Grand Prix speedruns on an actual SNES offline, they will definitely notice that these races are a lot sloppier in terms of execution. There's two factors to take into account here. Is the most important factor is that it's online, of course. So your inputs are delayed and some frames are completely missing. And of course, secondly, there is an active opponent who's trying to kick your ass, which also induces more driving mistakes. This is an interesting scenario. I have the feather, but I'm right behind him. And that means he can actively try and block my feather attempts. Now I passed him, so I shouldn't worry any longer. Oof. Bad feather execution. I activated it quite a bit too early, as Lakido still carried me across though, so I should be fine. However, oh no, we both failed there. Drew had it in the back with that feather actually, but he mucked up his long boost. He got stuck. My lava crash didn't really matter anymore. I mean, if his feather would have been successful, I would have lost, and if not, I would win. So. So he's commenting on the fact right or left in this case means which wall to hit to generate the long boost for the feather shortcut. He usually does left and now he tried right. And I always do right. Okay. Red shell dodged. I think he was a little too trigger happy with the red there. They are easier to dodge on stretches. And Deja Vu gets another red. You see, he doesn't make the same mistake twice. He waits now. Hits me in a more cornery section. It's much harder to dodge. Didn't have an answer to that one. And I'm now pretty much driving a lost race. Unless I get like a lightning. He did that. He came back from a similar scenario on Ghost Valley 1. But then he did get the lightning. Oof. Almost ran into that green there. Not that it matters. This is Drew's race already. He's gonna try and get another shell up my ass just to discourage me. But no, I'm not having any of that. Well, this race is not going anywhere for me. Even the long boost caught a banana. So, Mushroom Cup, pretty even, 3-2. The concept is play all 20 tracks, and if the score is not a 10-10, the match is decided. Wow, at that fish, that looked kinda glitched. Alright. That's a pretty awesome bug. What the hell is going on there? Trying to see if I disabled the layer, but I don't think I did. It's just a visual glitch there. Weird. And in the event of a 10-10, you have to play overtime on a cup that top seed, so the one who qualified best in the group stage, gets to pick which cup to play. And then if there's a 2-race difference, a 2-win difference created, the match is over. So it could go all the way to say 18-16, for example. Though that never happened before. I think the biggest overtime I've seen in the SMK tournament was between Drew and me actually in match race. And it was 14-12. That was this year NTSC match race. It's 6 overtime matches. Yeah, that trophy was that looked way out of there, man. Mario head in mid-air. Oh, nice. You can see Drew was trying to hide from my green shell, staying out of sight on the sides. And I still found him with a nice tilt. That will probably give me the win. Though on this track you can never rule out a comeback with a mushroom long boost. Star's not bad either. You can cut all the way through the final corner section. Banana is probably not what he wanted though. He can still do it if he gets a mushroom or feather, especially feather. Well, now I get the mushroom, so the win is pretty much secured now. Yeah, there's nothing he could have done there since I got the mushroom in the lead. And he even failed the long boost after. Drew's complimenting me on the green shot. It was a pretty nice shot, if I say so myself. He usually gets those. I mean, he is a bit better at item use than I can claim to be. That's his main strength, being a battle mode player at the very core. And I'm a time trial player at the very core. Though, of course, through the years, he has become better at driving and I have become better at item management. Yeah, that could have been really close. That said, he did fail his long boost. But maybe he only failed it because he saw I got a shroom, I don't know. So, victory finish on Ghost Valley 2, that win was never in danger. He's actually more than a lap behind. (5-2), a bit of a gap is already being created, so yeah, missing the zoom start on Ghost Valley 2, it's almost always over. And I think if you want to stay in this match, you need to win 2 out of the next 3 races, normally. Starting well for him, he gets the zoom start and I don't. Donut Plains 2 is a track where you can make a lot of difference with driving though, unlike Ghost Valley 2. Here a comeback is more viable. Now I have the red shell to add extra pressure. Deciding to wait a little bit. Bum! Yeah. I don't think he tried to dodge it, he just tried to go really tight around the hairpin to get out of the clutches of the red shell, and he steered in too early, crashed into the wall, and was dead in the water. Race over. Would have been interesting if he did a perfect last corner, if the red shell would have hit or not. Probably not, actually. Which means I should have waited maybe one corner more to fire it. Yeah, exactly. I think it might have hit the wall, had he not crashed. Anyway, 6-2. Boozer Castle 2. These Bowser Castles are my worst tracks online. Oh, green versus green. Let's go. Oh, Drew tried the random approach, or the snooker approach, trying to get a hooked green in there, but it missed both of us. I missed the lava jump. Wow. Toad is... Wow. Toad was out for blood there, humping my backside like a horny rabbit. And oh, wow, and Yoshi is adding insult to injury. Yeah, this race is pretty much over now. First I missed that lava jump, and then I got relentlessly screwed over by the NPCs. Even if I do the final lap feather trick, as you can see, he is already past the finish line now, so I would not get first. That said, he can still make a crash, of course. Trying to drive as fast as I can to get into position if I do get the feather. Yeah, now it's really over. I overdid it. That Toad humping though, holy cow. I think he hit me like 10 times in 1 second. Well, not 1 second, like say 4 seconds. Drew finishes in style ahead of me by a full lap. 6-3. He needed that victory. Not letting Toad get second. Almost did actually. Duff is complimenting Toad. Fair enough. Final of the Flower Cup, Mario Circuit 3. Another track where driving makes the difference. There's a lot of specialized boosting strategies that you can do here for comebacks and such. Drew has a fairly comfortable lead. I will have to start exploiting those off-road boosting strategies, or at least do something with the zipper. Making some mistakes though, had to sacrifice his shroom to get back to full speed. I am getting closer to Drew however, but he has a mushroom in the lead. Hello Eric, thank you. Yeah, this is... I mean, Super Mario Kart is a good game. This match is also quite okay. I tried to go for a long boost, it didn't work. I guess that was a bit reckless. That said, Drew was still out of my range, so I needed to do something. Yeah, it's over. It's going to be 6-4 after this. And it is. Well played by Drew. I even called that Yoshi egg, but it didn't matter anymore. It's 6-4, and with half to play. Star Cup and Special Cup left. I do fancy my chances after that, because Star and Special Cup are heavy on advanced driving strategies, and Drew is more, like I said, more of a battler, who would exploit items on tracks like CI1, MC1. But he can, of course, on this day, be a very good driver, be a very consistent driver. Cooper Beach 1, one of my most hated tracks. If you lose speed here, like we both did, it's very hard to get back to speed. And the fish. I'm losing momentum now, quickly. Actually, he also lost speed, so this mushroom shortcut, if successful, should put me back in the lead. It did. No red shell for Drew, coins. That's not what he needed there. Now I can move outside of his reach. Yeah, it's over. He lost speed again. It tends to happen at Cooper Beach 1 a lot. After I hit that fish, I thought I was done for, but apparently he wasn't able to drive it safely either. He tried to fire the red shell backwards at me, but that rarely works on Grand Prix. You need to be second, because second player, when he fires a red shell, homes for the first player. I think he wasn't even second there. Anyway. Jaco Island 2. Both guys missed the zoom. That's not good. Excellent play by Drew. He waited for the exact right moment to fire that green point blank range. He picked me out of the CPU pack and made that green work. I'm still in the game though. I have a mushroom. He's gonna keep the red shell, and I think that's a good decision. What's bad for me is that I missed the items there. I'm trying to cling on to dear life. Not looking good though. Him with the red shell and everything. Okay, that does change things. I got the red shell too. And the length boost. Wow. Gotta say that was a pretty cool move. Fired the instant I left the lake. And it just caught him before the corner. 8-4. Drew is facing a very tall order now. The next. Let's see, 8 tracks remaining. And I only need 3 more wins to seal the deal. Vanilla Lake 1, very hard track, traditionally, where the CPU plays a big part. Oh, I almost went for a swim. Drew actually went for a swim. Koopa Luigi are making my life hard. Toad is entering the fray. This gives Drew the opportunity to get back into the match. Mushroom, let's see what he does with it. Ah, got trolled by Mario. That's race over, yeah. Shroomed into the banana. Once again, apologies if you're tuning in just now for the lack of game sound. I messed up the recording. I guess I didn't set the audio parameters correctly. 9-4. Only 2 more wins needed. Drew threw that one away by drowning. It's not something that typically happens over an League 1. Normally you don't see anyone drown there if he knows what they're doing. It's 2 small lakes that can easily be avoided. I almost drowned as well, so I'm not insulting Drew or anything. It's just something that doesn't usually happen. Bowser Castle 3. He gets the feather, so that's interesting. It allows a pretty big shortcut, which you will probably try at some point during the race. Right after this corner you can jump to the middle lane section. Okay. We bumped each other into the lava and Drew got bumped to speed by Yoshi. As you can see, we're both struggling heavily with this track. It is very hard to play in Grand Prix 150, especially online. Sometimes players even struggle to qualify here. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time. Drew is having some problems, to say the least. Is currently in 7th position, but the feather could carry him all the way to 1st. Oh, and he pulls it off. Even despite hitting the back of the wall, he still managed to make it, so that's quite impressive actually. That said, I still have a feather as well. I need to keep full speed though, otherwise it's an impossible move. If I pull it off, I will win. Nah. I was too focused on dodging Luigi. Didn't have the right approach. So that's Drew's win. (9-5), well done. Deserved with the feather shortcut. Pretty bad race indeed. Getting outranked if the other guy is qualified is not such a bad idea. It's better than actually than finishing 2nd in a sense, because your zoom start is very secure if you're outranked. The zoom start window for place 5 to 8 on the grid is twice as lenient. And that's actually pays off now. I got the zoom, he didn't. Which could make for a pretty boring race. MC4 is can be kinda like Ghost Valley 2 in that respect. Not many item comeback possibilities, just driving. Roughly 2 corners ahead, so safely outside of the reach of pretty much any item you can get except the lightning. Well, there's always a CPU, of course. Yoshi on a bad day could throw the egg on your head, or a mini shroom, which is even worse, of course. So it's never over till the fat lady sings. I'm even trying some of the harder MPTs, like the last corner one on MC4. Seems to be working just fine. Got a bit greedy with the trajectories there, but I had some room to spare. Yep, 10-5, I'm at match point after this. My task for Special Cup will be to win 1 out of the 5 tracks to seal the deal and qualify for the semi-final. Special Cup has been my worst cup so far in this Net Online tournament session. I think I lost all 5 races to Garrow, for example, in the group stage. So it's by no means completely secure, but I should be able to get 1 win out of the next 5 tracks. Starting with Donut Place 3. Traditionally a very hard track, especially with the gap in the second bridge and the CPU. It's already starting to show. I'm 7th, he is 5th, so we're not doing well for ourselves this opener. Star is nice though. Oh, that green on the bridge was pretty treacherous. Oh no. I overdid. I tried to be tight around the hairpin with the star, but I overdid it. Okay. I think that was the good decision to activate the star before the green and not try and dodge it and drown as a result. Again, you could consider this a gift from Drew. He was in a pretty safe lead and then he failed the second bridge. It is tricky. Wow, Koopa is trying to make it hard for me to stay on the road. Whoa! Almost sniped me with the green as well. He wasn't done with me yet. Now he is though, I'm outside of his reach. Yeah, it's over. The win is secure. With a 141 on Donut Plains 3. Not my finest hour, and neither is it Drew's. Both got the zoom for a change. He gets the red. Oh, I dodged the red and waited and pummeled him with the green. So the green wins versus the red. That's always cool to see if it happens. This time after one making the green work. In the past the reverse has happened as well, especially in battle mode, where Drew's prowess with green shells is pretty legendary. Let's hit us some Yoshi. Yes, serves him right. That little prick. Out of all the CPU characters, I'm fairly sure that Yoshi is the one that ruined. Oh, wow, ruined the most matches. However, with that drown, I almost failed to qualify. Well, not entirely true. Princess was way behind still, but that was alarming. In the event that both guys don't qualify, obviously you have to just play the track again, and no point gets added until you actually finish the track. Finish 4th or higher. It's 12-5 now. Drew stopped giving resistance a while ago. Goes Valley 3. Traditionally a very crash heavy track online. All Drew needed to do there was stay on the track, and I would have been I would have had a big problem because it's very hard to dodge red shells on this track. It's also kinda hard to fire them, but okay, now I'm just taking the piss because I didn't need to do that long boost with such a comfortable lead. But it's good practice. Drew is having a less than good race, to put it euphemistically. So am I actually. The last couple of races have been very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. I see now that if he manages to feather next lap, and I don't, he can still win this. But he fell off again, so I think at this point he's just trying too hard. I'm trying to go for the feather. No, that was hopeful. Of course, Yoshi, of all characters, was in the way. Still, didn't really matter, 13-5. Ah, Drew's attempt was a lot better. Still no cigar though. One pixel away, he said. Well, maybe a little more, but it was close. On only Vanilla Lake 2 and Rainbow Road left of this quarterfinal, and the final result who will qualify for the semi-final is already known. So this is just for see what the final score will be. Interesting start. I was just gonna say this race is already better than what we've shown at Coast 33, but then we both decided to take a swim. Oh wow. Toad being a dick put the mini shroom in the passage between the walls. And Luigi completes the combo for the CPU by flattening me. We might have trouble qualifying this time. He's 5th, I'm 6th. You gotta hurry up. I think Drew will be fine if he manages the final corner section. Okay. He did. Nice. Nice finish for Drew. He even went the risky route in the final corner. I got 7th for my trouble. Well, getting mini shroomed and then flattened half a lap later, that kinda takes its toll. Only Rainbow Road left now. Spin out start for Drew. How the hell did he get back to speed so fast? I missed that. I think he probably got a pretty big bump from an NPC then or something. Anyway, he fell off again. Feather for me. It's not like I need it now with the distance we have, but I will try for it. It's almost compulsive to go for that shortcut. It's good practice. If you do need it, you want to be able to do it. Meanwhile, Drew is having another ugly race. He couldn't keep it together in Special Cup at all. Well, apart from VL2 to some extent. All the other races, he didn't even reach a rank. Feather shortcut coming in. Yes, nailed it. 112 is not that bad. It's the best race in terms of driving that I produced. Maybe of the entire session. Yeah, Drew was more than a lap behind. (14.6) final result. What that means is that Drew is disqualified. And America is still represented by Garrow in the tournament. Garrow, I think, has to play. Let me think. Garrow has to play Julian Omier in the quarterfinal, so that's also a very tough opponent. Then the other quarterfinal is between Sami and Cocatris from Spain, which I'm putting my money on Sami, obviously, which means I will face Sami in semi-final, most likely. And then there's one more semi-final to be played, which would be, let me think, Waze against Jay. Anyway, end of the video. The semi-final will probably be played sometime next week